Hey everyone, welcome back to another Anime Kingdom review. As you can see by the title below, this is on episode, I almost said 3, but no, the first episode was episode 0. I gotta get that in my head. That was a prologue. That was not episode 1. So yeah, this is episode 2 of Tales of Zestiria the Cross. This episode was definitely another episode kind of to build the world, show everything, introducing still. Yeah, we're still in the like the part of introducing everything about the world. Obviously Alicia has made it to this place, to which at first I was like, wait, she doesn't see Mikleo? And then of course we find out later she doesn't see any of the people, and it turns out that we already knew that obviously from before that Sore is a human while they weren't, and now we find out there are these things called seraphims. I don't know, they're like spirits, pretty much what it is, like coming from heaven. That's what the whole thing is with the mural about the shepherd. That's what the story is. The shepherd is pretty much the person that unites the seraphims and the humans together. And before, that's what happened before, that humans and seraphims used to live together in harmony and everything. And that was when the Hellions came, and they came to save them in you know, when the darkest hour of humanity came. And another time now it's happening again. There's a dark force coming down. Hellions are obviously here. That's another thing that we learned about, is that that thing that we saw before, you know, that guy is a Hellion. So I'm guessing it's called Hellion obviously because they're from hell in a way, like demons kind of stuff. And of course there was still a dragon, the last one that they did not mention. So that's another thing that would be interesting to see in the future, if that is like a main enemy later on. I don't know, but Hellions are obviously one of the enemies that are going to be shown in this anime. Now we find out that for some reason, like I said before, Sore is the only person that can, you know, see the seraphims. I'm just gonna say the spirits. It's easier to say. The only way to see, now I'll say seraphims. He's the only person that can see them. Alicia can't see him at all, and pretty much what goes on here is that we find out, like, he's it's kind of interesting to think about, like, why was he, like, how did he get there? Was he raised there his whole life? Why can he see them but they can't? I mean, it kind of obviously leads towards the point that he is obviously going to be the shepherd. Everything points to that. He has the glove now too as well. It's the glove of the shepherd, the crest on it. He has it. He's going to be wearing it. He's the only person that can see his seraphims. He's going to be the only person, obviously. It's probably going to be, he's the one that takes out the sword and stone kind of thing. So that's what it's something like that. They have to take out the sword. That's pretty cool. It's kind of like a King Arthur kind of thing. And it just obviously points to, you know, I'm pretty sure everyone already knows and can see that by this episode, that he is the shepherd, to which of course he doesn't know. Alicia doesn't know either, but it just makes sense that obviously he is the only person in Alicia that is a human. He can see both, you know, seraphims and humans. He can interact with both of them. It would just make sense, and that's probably what's going to be happening in the next coming episodes. Like maybe the next episode, I'm pretty sure they're going to be going obviously to save Alicia, and then somewhere along the way he will probably take the sword and show that he is actually the one that's the shepherd. So I can't wait to see that. Of course, the opening does show that there's a lot more people, including my anime list, the character list. There's a bunch of more main characters that we have not yet seen. So these next coming episodes are probably going to be more introduction episodes to more of the characters. We did get to see a pretty dang badass scene. Now, it was only like a minute or so or something, so it wasn't super long of an action scene, but it was pretty crazy seeing all the stuff going on. The Hellion versus, of course, Mikleo and Sore, seeing the action in that, seeing them jumping all around, seeing the particles of all the, you know, the spells and everything. I swear, they, you know, Ufotable always makes amazing animations in their fights. They always do such a good job. I was just like surprised once again to see that, even in a short action scenes. The action scenes in this so far, we've only seen the one with Alicia and this one, and they haven't been that long. They haven't been super big and crazy like we've seen in, for example, Unlimited Blade Works, but they still have been just on point, just been really amazing, and I can't wait to see if we get more bigger fights in the future. Like in the opening, it does look like there's a lot more fights. I cannot wait to see that, see magic being implemented in, seeing more action between the different characters, because it looks like we got a character with, in the opening, for the opening we have a character with guns, we got a character with magic, we got characters with knives, characters obviously with a lance, and I'm guessing in the future somewhere along the way, obviously like I said before, he's the shepherd, he's the one that's supposed to connect both the seraphims and humans. So I'm guessing from the look at the opening, he can also combine with Mikleo, and then all of a sudden he has like a magic bow kind of thing or something like that. That's what showed in the opening. So it's always interesting to see the opening, to see if it spoils anything, and in a way it does show that, because it's showing all the other characters that we'll probably be seeing. It shows obviously that he and Mikleo have something that they can do to transform together. It showed already that that's his glove, he was going to keep it, so we already knew that she was going to end up giving it back to him, because we see in the opening that he has it on. And yeah, it sucks sometimes that the opening can spoil you like that, but overall I think of it as a good way to think, like, is that really going to happen? Is that how it's going to be? Is he like, and it's just something to look forward to, like, oh man, so he can transform together with him. So I can't wait to see all that kind of stuff that's going to happen. And another thing in this that I was wondering, and I wanted to know from anyone who's played the game before, is there any romance in this anime? Now, I'm not saying it has to have romance, but I'm a person, I love watching romance animes. I love even animes that aren't centered on romance to have romance in them, including when I play RPGs and stuff. Obviously, this is based off an RPG. I always love to see if there is romance. I'm a kind of guy that loves romance, and it would be cool to see, to know, is there going to be romance? Because you can already kind of see the connection, that there is like a little bit of a connection between, and a possibility of something happening between Sode and Alicia. Obviously, they share the same interests, and I mean, it just seems like they're really, easy to like see that there's something possible of happening. I mean, there's always something possible of happening when you see two characters, a guy and a girl, meet each other like that, and they kind of have share a bunch of qualities that they both have the same. So I mean, I just want to know, guys, without spoiling anything, if there is romance, please don't spoil it. I don't want to know who or gets together with who. I just want to know, is there romance in it? Is there a possibility of romance at all? Feel free to comment below that. But yeah, it's really all I gotta say about the episode. It was overall definitely more of a world building episode, definitely more of a character building episode, showing the whole seraphim, showing how humans can't see them, showing the Helion, talking about that and stuff, and of course seeing build up towards are obviously going to be probably Shepherd Sode going along with Mikleo on their journey to the I forget what the Lake City, I think it was called, something like that, going to try and find and save Alicia. So maybe in the next episode we'll get another crazy fight, probably find the Helion about to attack Alicia, and then of course Sode and Mikleo stopping him or something like that. Another thing, the Helion, he could obviously see them as well, so it's pretty interesting to see that he can see seraphims. So because obviously I guess seraphims and Helions are kind of the same thing, just one's from hell and one's from pretty much supposed to be from heaven. So it's interesting to learn of the different aspects of who can see who, because obviously the humans can see Helions, but the humans can't see seraphims. So it's pretty interesting to learn about that kind of aspect of the things. But yeah, overall this was definitely, like I said before, more of a world building, character building episode, and honestly I enjoyed it. Can't wait to see what the next episode has to offer. How many episodes are in the season? It says only 12, so I'm hoping that we get through. I don't like things getting rushed, of course, but I do want to get through character introductions of other people already and see more of the main story going on, because these first 2 episodes, this is how it usually is. It's more of a character building, more of a world building kind of thing going on. That's what I usually like to see, because we learn more about what our potential plot and story is going to be. I hate when animes just like for some reason don't put the time in to give us the character development and building of who these people are, and they just throw us straight into a story without us even knowing what's going on. So I do like that they do have this, and of course they did have a prologue, an extra episode before. I always love, that's always nice to have as well, since it did give a little bit more aspect on what is going on in the world, what is the big threat. So we know what the threat is. We know who our potential savior is, in Sore being the shepherd. And we see a couple of the characters already, and see, seraphims, humans, Helions, and all that kind of stuff. So everything is starting to build up. Can't wait to see what's going to happen in the next episode, if we will get onto the main plot and story of everything. But yeah, that's all I really got to say, guys. Overall, another good episode. Hope you guys enjoyed this Anime Kingdom review. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below. If there's anything I missed and you want to talk about, comment below as well. And if you have any questions or any your own opinion on how this is, I always want to know. I'm probably going to ask this every time, just because that's how I am. How was this episode adapted? People who have played the game, was this adapted like the other ones? Because I know the other ones was doing a good job, but how was this episode adapted? Was there anything added, anything missed, anything taken out? Without spoiling anything, obviously. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Just feel free to put that below. And yeah, if you did enjoy, don't forget to leave a like. And if you haven't already, feel free to subscribe. It really does help the channel. And until next time, guys. See ya.